Hi, today we're going to go over a new secRMM user interface that combines how you would use secRMM in an SCCM environment, an Active Directory, Azure, and even when you're running secRMM in a standalone or air-gapped environment. Particularly, this is common for classified environments where you might be running in a SCIF. So we took all these different configurations and tried to make a common user interface, and that's what this secRMM policy configurator is. So it's just a regular Windows MSI install, and you can see that it shows you on the left side all the, I guess what you would call the policy sources. And this endpoint is just a term we chose, which pretty much means you have, one computer or a work group. They used to call them a work group, or just a network of Windows computers, and you don't particularly have any back-end servers running. So I'm going to focus mostly on Intune and Endpoint because these are kind of the new ones. Again, most of our customers are running SCCM, and there's a console extension that runs right within the SCCM console. And just to show you that, this is the SCCM console, and if I go to Assets and Compliance, and then endpoint protection, right? Because again, secRMM, its main job is to audit and control use of what we call removable storage, which is USB devices, external hard drives, mobile devices that are USB connected, CDs, DVDs, et cetera, et cetera. So again, I'm just showing you, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this, but this is the console extension inside of SCCM for secRMM, and you can create policies and deploy them and all kinds of cool stuff, like look at the events that are occurring in real time. And just recently, Microsoft is coming out with like a portal for SCCM extensions. And if you wanted to run the secRMM, you can see that it's now shows up here in the portal, so you can install it there. You can of course still download it from the Squadra Technologies website, but you can also get it here. Okay, back to the policy configurator. So here I can come and you can see these are two policies. Actually, I should have showed you that. So these are two policies that are already defined in the SCCM console, right? Here's my two policies, and we get them here. And again, I'm not, ignoring SCCM or Active Directory, but the Intune and the Endpoint really are leverage this new console. So real quick, I'll show you the Active Directory. Again, we have integration right inside the group policy management editor. So, you can see here's a computer role, wherever the heck that is right here, right? And then the user role. So what this UI did was it went and found, because you could have a boatload of group policy objects. These are ones that are associated with secRMM. So like, because this is a user policy, I would come under the user configuration. And so you can see, here's a policy that you can deploy through GPO. Okay, so again, I want you to kind of understand like the four different sources of where you can manage your policies. They all are kind of similar, but slightly different. So, you can see the difference, even though this UI when you go into the editor, right, if I check one of these and I want to edit that policy, all of this now is exactly the same, regardless of what data source you are, because this is specific to what secRMM does for you. It's, again, not to be a broken record, but secRMM is a security product that's all about USBs. And so we have a really rich things you can do. And this collection of things that are in the policy kind of grew by customers asking us to implement these various features. So it may look like a long list, but you may just use like a small portion of them. So on Intune, let's just go ahead and what we'll do is we'll just, let me just show you. So if I want to go to Intune, or Microsoft calls it the Endpoint Manager now, the way that secRMM gets deployed its policies for the Windows computers is through PowerShell scripts. So you can see these two PowerShell scripts, and then that's what was in the list. So okay, so if I go to add a policy, demo policy, this is a demo policy. Okay, and what I'll do is maybe for this scenario, I want to say that, and I'm just making this up, this will be particular to your environment. Okay, I want to force BitLocker, and if they mount a device that's not BitLocker protected, then we'll prompt them to go ahead and do it. So that's just a simple policy, good enough. So we're going to add this, and you can see that it's been added. And then when I come back here and refresh the page, you can see here's our test demo policy. Now, you could be thinking, oh, big deal, but really it kind of is, because the thing is with the Intune in PowerShell, there's really no way, at least that I know of, that you can edit the PowerShell. So this is kind of nice now, because I don't have to muck around with scripts. I can just come in and muck around with the properties. Oh, I picked the wrong one. Okay, so yeah. So now I can come in and, for example, maybe I want to pull in some serial numbers, right? Serial numbers, right? So this is saying to secRMM, in addition to like dealing with BitLocker, we also have these serial numbers that you have to abide by. So, so then over here, I would just click modify, and it will go up and update it. And then, if you're familiar with database terminology, you call it CRUD, create, read, update, and delete. So I can take this and I can also delete it. And so it's just telling me, hey, here's the policy, you sure you want to delete it? So delete, and everything's gone now. So Windows, PowerShell scripts, update the page. And now we're back down to 2 policies. Okay, so that's Intune, and I hope, I know some of you have been waiting for that, so I hope that that satisfies. And now what's really interesting is the endpoint. So you can deploy secRMM to endpoint computers without any back-end, kind of like enterprise frameworks. And how did we do that? Well, we're using WinRM. So if you don't know about WinRM, Google it, and you'll see that it's pretty cool technology. And if I come here to settings, you can see I have two computers that aren't part of a domain. They're just, again, an old term, what we used to call just a work group, just a network of connected computers. So I can verify that I can talk to these two machines, and you can add as many as you want. So once I have the computers in my environment, now I can centrally manage them with this UI just by working right inside this tool. So again, let me show you. So this is how most people, existing customers, are familiar with secRMM on every endpoint computer that's running secRMM. If you're an administrator, you can just go into computer management and you can, change the properties. But if I come here, what do I want to show you? Just I'm going to connect to Surface Pro 4. Okay, so if I am connected to this other non-connected computer, and this is just for the sake of the demo, you can see all I have checked on is monitor, CD-ROM, and DVD. And I'll connect to another computer, S-card, which is one of our machines. So we do smart card testing. So again, he also has monitor. So, okay, so I'll just leave this up. We'll be on S-card, and let's just come here. Oh, I don't know what's a good one to do. We already did serial numbers. All right, I'll just do this one again. So this is, if it's not BitLocker encrypted, then just don't let the device mount to the OS. Save, okay, and then again, click Modify. And now it's going to chug through those two machines and change the properties on each one of them. Okay, and you can see that it completed, okay? So just to finish up the demo, if I come here to S-card and I hit refresh, you can see that now we did this. So again, I don't want to be a broken record here, but this endpoint is really a new way to manage secRMM, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are in these air-gapped environments or SCIF environments, and you are using secRMM. This tool will make it a lot easier for you to manage your USB security policies. Thank you very much, and have a great day.